スーパーレディオブラザーズ
It's time for the Super Radio Brothers. I think the one just had an accident.
Yes, that is right. We are back. As if there was any doubt, broadcasting from one very strategic location within the empire, it is the Super Radio Brothers. Super Radio Father, what is up, man?
I had to tuck and roll to get here.
You had to tuck and roll. Were you on
man.
fire?
I'm fire, baby.
Oh, is that a softball reference?
Mommy dropped me off, and she said, "Just run, hurry up." I'm just open the door, so I tucked and rolled.
Oh, man, so you're in a rush.
I'm in a rush.
You were in a rush to get here.
Yeah, but now I got to walk back.
Oh, no. I'd give you a ride, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm a little busy.
Okay, yeah, excuses.
It's not
excuses.
It's not a long walk, right?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there like 2 in the morning.
It's a couple miles. You got this. You're an athlete.
Yeah, okay.
You're an athlete.
Yeah.
I was just watching a video of you lining a base hit to left field.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
Look at that. And you were flying around the bases like you just turned 65. It was amazing.
Oh, my God. He's saying flying. It looks like I was rolling in slow motion, babe.
I'm in a rush, too, because pretty interesting thing going on this week in the astronomy. You know, you can see 5 planets at once, but being that planet season is almost over, it's right at the horizon, the western horizon, right as it gets dark. So I got to get out there right away with the telescope because I've never seen Uranus before. And, I've never gotten a good look at Uranus. So I got to hurry up and get my stuff set up so I can take a look at that.
Okay, no problem, man.
You know, the furthest gas giant out I've seen is Saturn.
Yeah.
But obviously the last two, Neptune and Uranus. So hopefully I can get a good look at it.
So when do you see these 5 planets?
Right as soon as it gets dark, look toward the horizon to the west, and you should see all of them. You got to be really quick to catch Jupiter.
Oh my God!
And
I'll scream like the guy from
Saturn.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
But Uranus is a very rare sight, so I want to catch that before it's gone.
Does it have water?
No, it's just a big ball of gas.
Boy, I hope you don't let that loose.
Yeah, it's a good chance. I hope your Uranus doesn't let the gas loose.
The satellites be going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a smell.
So yeah, no, I'm gonna do the best I can to get out here eventually, and it's going on all weekend where you got all five of these planets up there. You got to be set up as it gets dark because they're gone really quick. You're at the end of planet season right now. What's going on with you?
Let me see. What? Nah, everything's cool, man. We got our draft. We start again next week.
Whoa, next week
Next Monday already. We're starting.
Man, so you only got like a week off.
That's it, man.
All right, so coming up in the Couch Report, we'll talk about your softball and Uranus and all of that stuff.
That's a good way to put it, dude.
But first, let's get to the news. Yeah.
Watch it, folks. Here it comes.
People need to be informed.
The mountain is falling. The snow is melting.
Yeah. Very important.
Yeah. Something else is melting there.
So, very important news to get to today. Sometimes those big corporations, man, I can't stand the money grabs in every aspect of society, and it's even reached poop-themed dog toys.
Oh, my goodness. What?
There is a Supreme Court case that involves poop-themed dog toys.
So you got a piece of lump that's a toy?
Well, no, not exactly, but...
How about the diarrhea?
The whiskey maker, Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
You know Jack Daniels, right?
Yeah, Jack. Not personally.
Old number 7.
Yeah.
They have a problem with this. A silly squeaker liquor bottle dog toy.
Yeah, but look at the other 2 dogs. He's
jealous.
not sharing.
Yeah, why is he? Yeah, I get it all to himself.
Oh, my.
Old number 2, Bad Spaniels, Tennessee carpet. How about that?
I don't know.
So this is this.
They got nothing better to do these.
Now, yeah. When you see this,
Yeah.
do you think Supreme Court This is what's going on right now. That's what your
it's
taxpayer.
great. Yeah, we're paying taxes to see a dog hold a rubber
A toy. It's a whiskey bottle toy, and obviously
and the other two dogs look depressed. Like,
and
hey.
I want some too. Obviously, it's a parody toy, a Jack Daniel bottle, but who cares? Anyway, the whiskey maker Jack Daniels is taking VIP Products LLC to the Supreme Court over its Bad Spaniels toy, which is shaped like a whiskey bottle, as you see here, and has a label that reads "Old Number 2." Jack Daniels claims that VIP's dog toys violate trademark protections, while VIP argues that they are protected under the First Amendment as a parody. The case was heard by the Supreme Court on Wednesday, and there seemed to be some disagreement among justices. This has even sparked debate
Oh, my
on the
goodness.
Supreme Court.
No, but what happens if a dog sees a real bottle of Jack Daniels?
Maybe he drinks it. I don't know.
Oh.
I have plenty of whiskey here. We could experiment with my dogs.
Okay. Hey. Roo.
One Supreme Court justice questioned whether the court needs to make a ruling that would cast doubt on protections for expressive use of a trademark in areas like photography, film, or video games. Meanwhile, VIP Products argues that their toys are obvious parodies and should be protected as free speech. And yes, the toy in question, Old Number 2 Bad Spaniels, which of course is a reference to Old Number 7, the Old Number 7 label on the Jack Daniels bottles. The whiskey maker argues that there is a likelihood of confusion because that confuses you, right? You might pick up that dog toy and start drinking it.
That says, why doesn't the top open? Oh, man.
There's a likelihood of confusion, meaning that the product violates trademark law. But Justice Samuel Alito questioned whether anyone would confuse the dog toy for an official Jack Daniels product. Do we even have to ask that question?
Please, man. Move on, son.
It's interesting to note that various companies, including Nike, Campbell Soup, American Apparel, filed briefs backing Jack Daniels, saying that the appeals court interpretation of the law threatened trademark protections that shield the value of iconic brands. And again, as we look at Bad Spaniels, the Old Number 2 Tennessee Carpet, again I say, who cares?
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
When is enough enough? Don't you make enough money, Nike?
Oh, my God.
Don't you make enough money, Jack Daniels? You've been around for a million years.
What is Nike making? They don't have liquor.
They make sneakers, I guess. I'm sure there are parody dog Nike outfits, jumpsuits out there. There's got to be something. I've seen the Campbell Soup squeaky toys just like this.
Yeah, people put it in the supermarket and you buy it. Yo, I can't open this.
But it's just cute. It's adorable. It's for the dog. Who cares?
Yeah.
Are you really wasting the people's money and time, the Supreme Court, because you somehow believe that Bad Spaniels number 2 is going to hurt your whiskey business?
Oh, man, it's not going to hurt no business. What's the matter with you?
Dumbest thing
Come on, feed the
I've
people out
ever
there,
heard
right?
in my life.
Am I right?
What?
Those geniuses should be feeding the people in the streets, man.
Yeah, feed them whiskey.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little Coke and
they're
ice.
probably hungry.
Yeah. Well, that's what they have to offer. They have whiskey, so maybe they count on some a food provider to.
They need to bring some hors d'oeuvres out.
Count on some restaurants to be charitable and donate food, and they'll donate the whiskey.
There you go.
Sounds good to me.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's just absolutely ridiculous this week from the Supreme Court. Let me ask you this question. If you crashed your car into a building, what would you immediately do?
Said the building move.
That's what you would say, the building moved?
Yeah, I'll take off the license plates.
That's the first order of business.
Hell yeah. Hold on.
Get rid of the license plates.
I can't get to the one in the front.
Well, in Florida, you don't have to worry about the one in the front, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But, maybe you call emergency services. Obviously not you. You're trying to remove the license plates.
Yeah.
But, sensible people would try
There's
to...
a damn screwdriver in here.
Call emergency services, see if anybody was hurt. But I bet you wouldn't go get a manicure next door, would you?
Oh, for sure,
Get a
because you
manicure.
wipe off your fingerprints, baby.
That's what an Ontario woman did earlier this month, per CTV News in Toronto, which obtained security footage of the incident. A Jeep plowed into the storefront of Guilty Pleasures Dessert Cafe on March 3rd, shattering windows, destroying merchandise. Thankfully, everybody in the bakery was okay. But yeah, she crashed her car into the bakery and went next door and got a manicure.
She must have had a date that night or something. No?
I don't.
That's
maybe
not my car. Somebody stole that.
They added people in the cafe this whole time, not one single apology. Pretty much horrible. Their business is ruined. But the lady went on.
Hey, she had to do her nails, dude.
This was what was left of their bakery there in front.
Oh, my God.
So horrible. So I was just curious. It would have been amazing if you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go next door and get a manicure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Do my feet, too.
I wonder if she did that, though. If she do my feet, too.
Yo, cut the eyebrows.
Yeah,
huh?
get to
So
work.
they don't recognize me. With all
Get
that
to
footage.
work. I already removed the license plate. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know you have a concern with your little doggy, right? Always kind of standing behind you when you're not looking.
Oh, my God. She's going to break my neck one day.
And we laugh about it. We're like, well,
Laugh about it.
we're like, you're like, oh, Lakota's gonna kill me one day, because she's sneaking up
I
behind
got
you.
hard tile floors, bro.
Well, this is serious business, bro.
Yeah, I know. I need to get that thing around my neck. Help. Help.
A man was seriously hurt
Okay.
after tripping over his pet kitten.
Kitten.
His kitten. And apparently he has 9 lives.
Who, kitten or the old man?
The dude.
Oh,
he
okay.
tripped over his kitten. He's a UK man. He's lucky to be alive
Okay.
after sustaining injuries that would be expected from a car crash after tripping over his cat. Chris Rowley, a professional musician, suffered a broken neck. You just said you're going to break your neck. Well, it's
Yeah.
possible. Suffered a broken neck, fractured spine, smashed ribs, blood in his lungs, and other injuries when his hairless Egyptian Sphinx kitten, Eric, playfully latched onto his leg while he was coming down the stairs.
Eric the Viking.
Rowley tumbled down 14 steps before arriving at the bottom, where he laid unable to move while his feline put the hell in Hello Kitty. How about that one? Did you like that? Was that good?
Oh, my goodness. Does he still have the cat?
Now, to make things worse,
Yeah.
I'll get to that. Rowley's wife was working nights and was therefore unable to come to his aid, leaving him lying unattended for 14 hours
Yeah, it's a commercial.
in a pool of his own blood.
Oh, Jesus.
Medics transported the injured cat owner to the trauma unit, where he remained for 2 weeks. All of this from tripping over his cat. And his injuries are expected to take 6 to 12 months to heal from. Despite his debilitating condition, Rowley doesn't harbor any ill will towards his kitty.
Are you mad? That cat should be on probation or something.
He says the cat's adorable.
Yeah, okay.
And he's so young, he said. I don't take any umbrage to that. It's just one of those things.
The guy fell 14 fly steps, man.
It could have happened anyway. A GoFundMe page has been created to help ease Rowley
Yeah.
and his wife's financial strain
Okay.
while he recovers. And there they are.
Recover, my man.
There he is recovering. And there's his cat. You know, those Egyptian Sphinx
Yeah.
kittens, they don't have any hair.
My God, that's a scary cat, dude.
Could you have a cat like that?
Oh, hell no.
It's a little weird, right?
Yeah, weird is not the word.
I don't know about, and not only that, as I've mentioned on this show before, I believe a cat, any cat, has no place in a human's home. They're evil, horrible creatures, as proof here by this cat trying to murder its owner.
Hey,
And,
not all of them.
I
Come
think
on.
it's
Garfield was something else.
Garfield was pretty evil, always
Okay.
messing with Odie, a glutton for
yeah,
food.
But he always paid for it at the end, though.
But and that's what you hope happens to evil, and all cats are evil. So this murderous
Not
cat,
Sylvester the cat.
Sylvester was always trying to eat Tweety.
Yeah, but he never happened.
So it's evil intentions, though. These evil cats try to kill their owners, like here, shit in your house. I mean, it's not a cool situation. So I hope he recovers. Just a shame he's going to keep that demented, lap cat of Satan in his home. It's a
get better.
sad thing.
Get better out there.
You're one for practical jokes.
Oh boy.
Hey, you're into jokes, right? You like to. I was wondering what you think about this 19-year-old kid who's amassed over 38 million views and over 5 million likes because he likes to prank his parents. So I was just wondering what you thought about.
I'm too old to get pranks, bro.
So here's the first prank.
Okay.
He covered their entire kitchen. The entire kitchen, mind you.
Covering my parents' kitchen in peanut butter.
In peanut butter. Look at that. What do you think of that? What would you do if your kitchen was covered in peanut butter like
I
that?
beat the shit out of that kid.
You wouldn't think it's funny?
Yeah, funny my ass. Who's gonna clean that?
We're gonna find out what the parents think real soon here. But how about if your kid was to wrap your entire house in, wait for it,
Wrapping my parents' house in tin foil.
in tin foil. Look at this.
Yo, this dude needs to get out of the house.
He's got to get. You don't like that? Look at that. The whole
How
house.
much did he spend on the
Yeah,
foil?
that's a lot of tin foil, right?
That's a lot of foil.
So,
Foils again.
parental warning here, parental advisory.
Yeah.
There is some colorful language, but I thought I needed to keep the colorful language here for context, right? So I was
Yes.
you said you would kill that kid, right?
Yeah. No.
Not kill.
Not kill him.
You would beat the shit out of him.
Oh, that's what I said.
Close to death.
That's right,
Rich.
man. I'll step on his feet and shit.
Step on his feet. That's the punishment. Stepping on your feet. Stepping on your feet for 2 hours straight.
That's right. Give him purple knuckles or whatever.
So let's see what this dad thought about one of these pranks here. Let's see what happened.
Duct taping my parents' house.
Duct taping his parents' house.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh my God. Look at that one.
Get this fucking tape off my house! You're ruining my fucking house, asshole! Get the fuck.
So there you go. He wasn't happy.
Nice.
It's apparently not a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good thing, man.
You don't think so?
Hey, shit, I put that kid's bed outside.
But hey, his dad's pissed. Maybe he is ruining his house with the peanut butter and the duct tape.
He decked him, right?
But hey, he got 38 million views, dude.
yeah, I just got decked by my father, but
Maybe I
everybody
should-
saw it.
Maybe I should wrap your home in duct tape. And Super Radio Brothers about to get 38 million views.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You come to my house
What do
and
you think?
rap on. Shit.
You see, I like that reaction. It's
Yeah.
already working.
That's right. Nuts. I got to put the other camera up now.
You got to watch out for me.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you recognize this piece of music here?
Oh, yeah.
La 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 la. You want to rap to it? I know you rapped a couple weeks ago.
What?
Well, that's Beethoven,
I
right?
love Beethoven.
Uh,
Dog.
Well, Beethoven, I guess his fans back in the day, they kept
Yes.
some of his hair. And, a big part of his story is that he was deaf, right?
Yeah, that he was deaf.
This
And he
dude's
wrote-
making this incredible music. He's deaf. Now, the scientists took hair samples and tried to figure out why he was deaf. And while they were unable to solve the puzzle of his deafness or chronic stomach issues, they did uncover some clues about other health problems. Are you
boy.
interested in Beethoven's health problems?
Oh, that's great. What is that? 400 years old, this guy?
Yeah, this
400?
guy. Yeah, is
200 years ago, right?
Yeah. So check it out.
He didn't know me.
Well, maybe he could help us figure out some things, So according to the study, Beethoven had a genetic risk for liver disease, and in the final months of his life, he was suffering from hepatitis B.
Oh, yeah, what was he doing?
Yeah, so that led to some damage to his liver. Those factors combined with his heavy drinking.
Oh.
So he was a heavy drinker. I don't know much about Beethoven, but he was a heavy drinker. And that likely contributed to the liver failure that ultimately claimed his life. Beethoven's illness sometimes limited his creative work. Thus, for medical professionals, the composer's health has always been a mystery. And they say that this is what Beethoven wanted. He said he wanted scientists to study his body after he died to try to figure some of this stuff out. I have a theory, right? It says here that they were unable to solve the puzzle of his deafness. Well, I propose
200 years. Jeez.
Well, I propose that how maybe he wasn't deaf, right? Maybe he just thought
he was playing everybody.
He was like, you know what? It's cool that I make music and stuff, but how about and he lived from 1717 to 1827. How about 1770, 1827? How about if I just say I was deaf? And everybody's like, whoa, this dude makes cool music and he can't hear? This makes no sense.
That makes, somebody's lying, bro.
Yeah, it makes no sense. How is he making music and this guy can't hear? He's the most amazing dude ever. And maybe there were other guys making more incredible music at the time, but we remember Beethoven because he was supposedly deaf.
I think they got to put this on with William Shatner or the unexplained.
Yeah, was Beethoven really deaf?
Really?
I wonder.
I was just thinking of having that music on my phone, so like when I go to the bathroom.
Well, you could if
dun,
you
dun, 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 you know?
Yeah.
I would love that. And then flush in between. Yeah, buddy.
That would be good.
Yeah.
We need the audio recording for that, I guess, for the show, but
yeah, I'll tell Mommy to record me, but I really have to go.
But anyway, but there you go. For nearly 200 years, scientists and medical professionals have been trying to unravel the mysteries behind Beethoven's ailments, and they just couldn't figure out what the puzzle of his deafness. And that's what I think. Well, how about the idea that this was all a ruse for fame?
Yeah, he was an alcoholic. That's why he didn't hear nothing. Come on.
And why didn't he use a hearing aid?
Yeah, or those big horns. It looks like a bugle they used to put on.
Didn't they have that back then?
Yeah, back then. I was thinking of getting one now.
That would be awesome.
Oh,
you could get a conch shell. Remember we were talking about that a couple weeks ago? A conch shell.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And you could use it to produce music and hear.
The guys I hang out with, nobody hears anything, man. It's crazy.
They don't?
A couple of them, man.
I was speaking of music. I thought this was really cool. Yeah. I'm a big Nirvana fan. Yeah, and I'm also a big Super Mario Brothers fan.
Oh boy!
Have you ever wondered what Nirvana's "Smells Like Teen Spirit" would sound like with the music of Mario 64?
I guess I don't have to wonder long, right?
Well, if you have wondered, or even if you haven't, here it is. Yeah. It's a me, Mario. Yeah. They really should get a Mario voiceover guy to sing it. This is pretty good. I love it.
I'm a Luigi.
Oh, yeah. Da 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 da. It's a me, Mario. Entertain. I can't do it. I can't do Mario singing it.
It's a Luigi.
Yeah, we could say this, the names, but we can't sing the song. No.
Yeah. Mario, Luigi.
Well, that's pretty good.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Here comes Mario. Mario.
That was good. Wow. That was pretty good, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah. What the hell is that guy doing?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all, man. And possibly the worst idea in the history of mankind.
All right.
I am a fan of beer.
Beer.
As I think most red-blooded American men are.
Yes.
We like beer. We don't drink. Do you drink hard cider?
Hard cider.
Do you drink hard?
No.
Hey, come on.
I eat candy apples.
Candy. All right, that's good. But, I would say that it stands to reason that I would be in the right for making fun of somebody for drinking hard cider. A man. I understand a woman, but if a dude is drinking hard cider, that's kind of embarrassing.
Nah, you got to include the woman too, man.
No. She could drink. A woman is cool. She could drink hard. To me, the hard cider is more for the woman. If you're a dude and you're drinking hard cider over beer,
don't know,
there's something wrong, bro.
Nah, he's saying that, right?
Yeah.
I'm neutral, man.
I see,
Remember that.
There's something wrong. I'll take it a step further.
Yeah.
I believe
Okay.
that any human being that you come into contact with on this earth,
All right.
and they tell you, and of course, putting aside having problems, alcoholism and going to therapy and being an alcoholic and short of that, all right, a person that doesn't deal with that type of stuff.
Okay.
Any human that you come into contact with that tells you, I don't drink alcohol just because, don't trust that person. Something wrong. Something wrong, bro.
Oh,
Something wrong. What do you think of that opinion?
That's right, man. You don't drink nothing?
That's right.
I don't know you.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, back up, man. Yo, give me some
I'm
space,
just saying,
son.
there's something a little weird there.
Yo,
Gonna make me think twice about trusting you.
That's right. You need to take the bus out of here, like now.
A little weird. You don't drink? Okay. There's something a little weird with that. Anyway, I'm letting a lot out today from the every cat is evil.
So these guys are goody two shoes?
Well, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. So, I don't know what you do. If you don't drink alcohol, what else with your life can you possibly do?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I could say a couple of things, but, it wouldn't be cool because this is a family show.
This is a family show.
That's right.
Did you see that the other day? That's so funny. So, Chris Mad Dog Russo, you're familiar, right? Legendary sportscaster out of New York City, Mike and the Mad Dog. Well, he has a gig now on First Take on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and he made some news yesterday. Well, first of all, he made news that he resigned his contract.
Oh, boy.
Right? So, well, he has a new contract for a year, which is cool because I really enjoy him on the show, so I'm glad he's going to be doing it for another year. But yesterday, they have a segment called What Makes Me Mad, right? And which is great. He just goes crazy and screams at the top of his lungs for about 5 minutes. But anyway, at the end of that segment, they said, we want you to see something. They had footage of him at the Bruce Springsteen concert, right?
Get out of here. He was going nuts.
All the way up in the front row. And he says, yeah, what could go wrong? A couple of cocktails and a gummy.
Oh, boy.
That on ESPN.
Oh,
and Stephen A's laughing, and JJ Riddick says something like, this is Disney, bro, and Molly goes, he means gummy bears. Gummy bears.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
He actually revealed that he likes that on the Howard Stern show about a year ago. So I guess he thought he could get away with it on ESPN.
We need things to calm us down.
But it doesn't sound like he's in trouble or anything, but it was pretty funny. So I thought I might bring that up. Anyway, about the worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
A German brewery.
Okay.
It's a weird word, brewery. Can
brewery?
you say it? Yeah, brewery.
I can't say brewery.
A brewery.
A brewery.
Yeah, see, it's a weird word.
Yeah, it's a real word.
You can see it messes up your other words.
Yeah, it messes up the other words.
You can't even say weird.
It's a building that makes beer.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
A brewery invented, wait for it, a powdered beer. You know how you have protein shakes to powder, you mix it in water, you got a protein shake?
Yeah.
Well, a German brewery invented a powdered beer that allows you to make the drink in the same way you would make instant coffee or a protein shake. So
What? They didn't have water?
I don't know why you would need powdered beer.
Have they ever seen the Three Stooges?
I kind of don't get it.
Huh? Remember when the Three Stooges made beer?
No, they had powdered beer.
No, they made it in the bathtub.
That's pretty good. But here's the German creator telling you why we need powdered beer.
Then I use a little bit of the beer powder. I do a little bit more because probably you need a little bit more stronger beer. In the starting, we're using a mixer, but later on, when we develop the full project, we don't need a mixer anymore. So let's see. Now I'm just stirring a little bit around. Now it's a fully tasted, full flavored beer.
So, okay, he's telling you how it's done. I don't get why you would need a powdered beer.
I think he swallowed too much powdered beer.
I've had too much to drink?
Yes.
That is why I came up with this idea.
Yeah.
I realize it's incredibly stupid.
Then your mouth is all dry? Oh, hell no.
Speaking of, we were talking about before, what would you do, right? Well, how about this? What would you do if a mountain lion grabbed your head?
Hey, kiss your ass goodbye.
That's it? You're not
That's
going to
it.
try to escape or
No,
anything?
I don't know,
or do
man.
something? There's a
What
mountain
happens if
lion,
he has
bro.
a good grip?
There's a mountain lion, you know. I guess it depends on the grip and everything. But, yeah, this was pretty wild. A mountain lion in Colorado snuck up on a man and his wife in a hot tub and grabbed at the man's head.
Oh, my.
The couple scared off the mountain lion by splashing it with the water,
Oh, my God.
flashing a light at
What
it,
kind of water is that?
and yelling before retreating inside. However, wildlife manager Sean Shepard, he has some suggestions on what to do in a situation like this, and I found it pretty interesting. Here he is.
These two individuals did was correct, is that you make yourself look larger. You can talk to the animal so they know that you are a human being. And then, of course, you remove yourself from the situation.
So you talk to the animal.
Talk to the animal.
Yeah.
The animal's looking at you.
Are you an idiot? I'm a human.
I'm going to eat you, okay?
What's wrong with you?
I don't understand anything you're saying.
Mr. Mountain Lion, I was hoping we could have a conversation about this
roar.
before you rip my head off.
That's it.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I am a human. I don't know if that changes anything for you, but I hope it does. And I'm going to stand up so you can see how much bigger I am
That's
than
it. The dude's done.
So that's the expert telling you have to speak with the animal.
I'm not going to speak to an animal.
So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, you see a bear. How you doing, Yogi? Everything's good?
Hey, Yogi Boo Boo.
Hey, you.
Yogi.
Hey, I could eat a human.
I wonder what came out. Did Yogi Bear come out? I just thought of this.
I think Mario's coming out next month.
No. But what came out first? Yogi Bear or the Rocky movie?
The Rocky movie.
Rocky came out before Yogi?
Yes.
So
Rocky was in the 70s.
So Yogi came out after the 70s?
Yeah, it's got to be after the 70s.
Oh, man. Because I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if who took what from what. Because Yogi seems very familiar to me when thinking about Rocky.
Oh, yeah. Hey, boo-boo. Right? Let me see. Hey, yo, Mick. How you doing, huh?
Yeah, see? It's the same guy.
Hey.
It's the same guy.
Hey, I don't want to chase that chicken.
I just realized that now. Yogi Bear's big break, The Huckleberry Hound Show, came out in 1958.
Oh, my God. Those are my cartoons, dude.
So I stand to reason here and believe that Sylvester Stallone stole his entire act from Hanna-Barbera.
Oh.
How about that?
He's a bear.
He's not a bear. He's a thief.
He's not a thief. Come on, man. You know, he talks like that. Come on. He's got the new movie coming out, too, huh?
Who, Yogi Bear?
No, Yogi Bear. Sylvester Stallone, you know?
What new movie does he have coming out?
The Expendables 4 or something. You know what I'm definitely going to go see?
What's that?
I think me and Mom are going to go see...
John Wick Part 4?
Yeah, I need to get psyched up for the season next week.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped up for that. We recently saw the first two again just to get ourselves ready for the big premiere of John Wick Part 4, which looks epic and looks super awesome. But anyway, I offer that to you. A lot of conspiracy theories.
Okay.
I apologize for that in the news here today.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, and I understand that Sylvester Stallone, he wrote the script for the original Rocky movie. I was wondering, it's borrowed a little from Hanna-Barbera for it. Just saying.
No, I don't know. Who knows?
Just saying.
Maybe he was watching the cartoons when he was growing up.
It's very possible to me.
Yeah, I still watch cartoons now.
Maybe, you watched it. You do.
Oh, hell yeah. I love cartoons. Popeye on Saturdays. And then they show all the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, Woody Woodpecker. Those are real things, not these new stuff.
What? So you don't like the new cartoons?
Yeah, I guess SpongeBob is pretty cool.
SpongeBob gets your approval, but
Yeah.
everything else sucks.
Yeah. SpongeBob SquarePants.
So he doesn't like the new cartoons. All right, but what would you think
Yeah.
if you showed up on a beach
Yeah.
and everybody was naked and you weren't expecting it?
I'll leave.
You'll leave. That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Well, this is our final story in the
Okay.
news today. And some Florida, so it
Okay.
might happen to you. You got to be careful. Some Florida beachgoers are upset. They were pissed
Okay.
after having unexpected encounters with nudists
Holy mackerel.
at a popular stretch of beach. The confusion comes from
I got a heart condition here.
the confusion comes from the fact that last year, the signs marking these beaches for nude sunbathing were washed away by the hurricane, and nobody replaced them. And of course,
Uh-oh.
beachgoers were upset because they weren't expecting to see certain things. Here are some upset beachgoers.
It was uncomfortable. She was covering her eyes.
And there's big fat guys laying there like this. No, I don't want to see that kind of stuff.
There's no law against being nude. Frustrated because there was no sign. There was no warning for us to know what we were going to experience. My husband noticed that they were both doing nude acts to themselves.
It's horrible.
My husband noticed.
My husband noticed right away.
You're dead when you get home, dude.
So beware, when you go to the beach. Apparently the hurricanes did more than the damage
What
to
did
the dunes.
They washed those people up there.
It washed away the nudist signs.
And then that lady said a big fat guy?
Yeah, she
Holy
was like,
mackerel.
"There's a big fat guy there. I was offended
Oh, my
by his
God.
appearance."
That's messed up.
Yes,
He's human.
be nice. Don't shame the guy. You know?
Yeah.
He's used to going and bathing nude there. It's not his fault that the hurricane ruined the signs. Yeah.
Yeah, and blew his towel away.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I guess so, man.
But yeah, you would expect that someone would say, "Hey, the nude signs are gone. We should." The people weren't expecting that. They weren't expecting to see that. Would it ruin your day, or
Ruin my day. They have to call 911.
because you saw some great big fat guy
No,
nude?
Jesus, I ain't saying nothing, man.
Maybe you shouldn't say anything.
No, I better be cool.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm just telling you. Next time you go to the beach, you should be careful, man. Just
Guess what?
you don't know what
I'm
you're
not
gonna
going
see.
to the beach.
All right. Oh, you know what that means?
There's something wrong with the couch?
No, it's Super Radio Brothers Sports.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, you're a little ahead of yourself.
Oh, my
there.
God. All
Something
right.
wrong with the couch.
Something wrong with the couch.
What would be wrong with the couch?
You can't watch sports.
Oh, all right. I guess. But what would be wrong with the couch that would prevent you from watching sports? It's uncomfortable.
Broken leg. The recliner don't work.
Oh, okay, that's a good
I
one.
spill stuff all over the place.
Oh, that happens. Yeah.
And then I don't clean it up, and then there's nothing but ants and all that shit on there.
Well, there's been a lot of debate this week on
Okay.
sports, in sports, about guess what, the World Baseball Classic, right?
That was horrible.
The world. Well, I don't know if you mean it was horrible as
No, it
unenjoyable.
wasn't horrible. They just didn't. I don't know. They didn't play right.
You're worried about who won and lost. So let's hear what happened. Of course, the championship game was Japan and the U.S. And the U.S., they were defending champs. So let's take a listen.
Trout's ready. 3-2. He struck him out. Ohtani strikes out Trout, and Japan's back on top of the baseball world.
Obviously, it didn't come out the way I wanted to. I think as a baseball fan, I think everybody wanted to see it. He won round one. You can't take anything away from it. Just to be able to come out of the bullpen, as a starter, and it's showtime. So hats off to them guys over there. Tough night for us, but we'll be back.
So the debate on this was pretty interesting because you had one side of the media saying this is one of the great scenarios in sports. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs behind 1 run. incredibly dramatic. Japan leading the U.S. in the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Mike Trout at the plate. Shohei Ohtani, in the game to close. Their teammates on the Angels, they stink every year, but now they finally have a chance to play in a big game. And, of course, there you heard it. Ohtani won the duel. Trout struck out. And Japan won. I'm less concerned with that. I really don't care. And you could talk about that, the result of the game, with Japan winning 3-2. And a lot's being made that the U.S. didn't send their best pitchers out there. Why isn't Scherzer there? You name the great American pitcher, the two guys on the Mets, Verlander, Scherzer, Kershaw. None of the great American pitchers participated in the tournament. So Aaron Judge wasn't there. So a lot of great players weren't in the tournament for the U.S. And obviously other countries take it a little more seriously, sending all their best players. I think
I don't have a problem with it.
I wouldn't mind. And hopefully the atmosphere that the World Baseball Classic created this year, because let's be honest, it was exciting. It was really good. And it reminded me of the World Cup, where I'm not the type of person that watches soccer on a regular basis.
Right.
But when the World Cup is on, I watch it because the atmosphere is incredible, and the passion of the fans and the crowds, and it makes a sport I generally don't find interesting, not just interesting, but incredibly interesting and a must watch. And I think the World Baseball Classic this time around did that for a lot of people that don't care about baseball. All of a sudden they were watching these games. They cared about what happened. I heard stories on the radio from radio hosts on sports radio saying, things to the effect of, I have a son that doesn't give a damn about baseball, but that morning he asked me, did we come back against Japan? People were actually caring about this. And I think that can only be good for baseball, an event like this that draws that type of attention. That's, you look at the ballpark in Miami there, the Marlins during a regular season game, they're lucky if they have 9,000 people in there. For the World Baseball Classic, they're selling out every game, 36,000, 37,000 people in attendance, going nuts like it's a World Cup soccer game. And, of course, you get all the news out of Japan, highest rated sporting event in history, and everybody's watching this and that. So you have one side of the media that's all on, this was great for the game of baseball, and we can't wait to do it again. And hopefully next time the U.S. sends more of their best players, especially the pitching, to compete. And then you have this other faction, the faction that I call the old man faction.
Oh, boy.
Very similar to what we heard before the sports transition. All the cartoons today suck. This is not real stuff. Yeah. Well, you get that same thing about the World Baseball Classic from these old dudes. It's crazy. Even Mad Dog Russo, we talked about him on ESPN, talking about how this is nothing, a meaningless exhibition. Nobody cares. Well, apparently some people care. And I've heard this opinion over and over again from people who supposedly love baseball, that somehow this marginalizes Major League Baseball. And I wonder, do fans in Europe and England think that way about the World Cup? Do fans of the Premier League say, oh, the World Cup is bullshit, it sucks, it ruins the Premier League for me? No, I think they take it for what it is, So I think it's a ridiculous argument to say that this is garbage, it's meaningless, it somehow marginalizes Major League Baseball. We all know what Major League Baseball is. We know it's the show. We know that the best players from all around the world come to compete in Major League Baseball.
To see other people.
But, the World Cup has its place in baseball in the modern world, and it can only help to grow the sport, in my opinion. Did you enjoy it? What do you think of the World Baseball Classic?
I enjoyed it. It was great to see all different kind of players that you never see.
Yeah, all the different countries and the passion.
My God. Mexico added, and all of a sudden Japan comes back, man. in 2 innings like that.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was an incredible game.
That was incredible.
I don't know, this whole idea that it's it's somehow.
Yeah, but what's bad about it, people get hurt.
Oh yeah, people also get hurt in spring training. So does it make us feel better? I look at the Yankees. The Yankees have a ton of injuries right now. We could talk about that. Whether it's Rodon, who they just signed for millions of dollars to be that second ace in the staff, he's not going to start the season. He didn't compete in the World Baseball Classic. Harrison Bader, a center fielder, had a huge playoff run for the Yankees last year. They were counting on him being the anchor in center field. He's going to miss a couple months with that oblique. He didn't play in the World, but you can't blame the World Baseball Classic for that. So my whole thing is players get injured. It's going to happen. And I don't think it's fair to blame the World Baseball Classic for that, because as we see, players are getting hurt in spring training just like they're getting hurt in the World Baseball Classic. So I just think it's good for the game. I think it's growing the game. And the argument that it somehow hurts Major League Baseball, I think it's ridiculous. And you just got to get over it, grow with the times, and appreciate things that help connect a younger audience to your sport. A lot is made about the sport of baseball dying, and they got to do all these things to speed up the game.
Man, that was great.
When you see the World Baseball Classic, the game didn't look too broken to me, and they didn't need pitch clocks or all this stuff to get young kids interested. That nationalistic pride does help, and you don't have to have it every year, but it piques interest. I remember years when I didn't give a darn about soccer. World Cup came around, I was buying FIFA 2012, whatever it was, because now I wanted to play the game. Now I wanted to watch games. Now I was watching the CONCACAF, regional qualifying matches for the World Cup. It creates, this type of tournament creates interest. And to argue that it's somehow bad for the sport is ridiculous to me. It's just a dumb argument.
No, it was very interesting, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was great, and yeah, I felt it. I was like, you and Trout failed twice, by the way. Yeah, and what I love about baseball and shows how different it is. We talk about these two guys, Ohtani and Trout, and they're on the same team, and they're two of the best players ever to play the game of baseball. Meanwhile, I think Ohtani's been on the team 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
They stink every single year, and they have these two guys on that team.
He went to the wrong team.
It just shows in baseball. It doesn't work that way. You can't have two great players like maybe a sport like basketball and be a good team. I mean, these two guys who you would think would automatically put you in contention. The Angels don't even sniff the playoffs.
Looks good on paper, right?
Looks good on paper. But they stink. They're horrible. And Shohei Ohtani, I mean, that guy might be the best, and I believe that, might be the best player we've ever seen, and you're never going to see another player
in my lifetime
as good as he is, to do what he does, to pitch and hit. And, he was nasty, dude. He was pumping 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, and then that slider to strike out Trout.
20-year-old pitchers were pumping 100 miles an hour.
But then to throw that slider after those fastballs just shows, and then the fact that he's going to hit 40 home runs. The guy is the best baseball player we've ever seen. And you could talk about Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth only was a two-way player for about a year and a half, 2 years. That was done when he got to the Yankees. He only did it for 2 years. Ohtani's the sport has never seen a player like this. And yeah, it's a shame that he's buried in with the Angels in LA. I mean, it's horrible that you never get to see this guy in a big spot. And that was the biggest spot you ever saw him in the World Baseball Classic. And I love his reaction and the excitement. And they showed a speech that he gave to his team before the game where he was basically telling them, look, I know we respect those guys over there. We revere them, but we got to put that respect away when we get out there and play, and we got to beat them. And it was an interesting speech that he gave, before the game. And he's definitely, you talk about put up or shut up. He put up, man, because he went out there and got some of the best players in Major League Baseball, Mookie Betts, to ground into a double play. And again, that sequence, man, with those 100-mile-an-hour fastballs and then to spin that slider to strike out Trout was phenomenal. And this is a guy, you know, you got to think about it. If Aaron Judge, what's Aaron Judge getting? Like $45 million a year, something like that? I already forgot. But if he gets that, what's Ohtani's contract going to look like?
Oh, my God. And then pitching? And you know they're not going to give him the money over there.
But, I think he's most likely going to be on the Mets because they're the ones that will probably blow him away. Because what you got to take into account here is you're basically getting two players in one, right? You're getting an all-star hitter and an all-star pitcher. So should he be paid as two people? I mean, if a guy only hits and gets $45 million a year, what does a guy who can do both things get? I mean, what he gets is going to be unbelievable. And I can't think of any owner in baseball. I wish it was the Yankees, but you know, Hal Steinbrenner is charging players for Wi-Fi.
That's crazy, man.
The only guy I could think of that's going to be willing to go there is going to be Steve Cohen with the Mets. And you know, you'll be jealous as a Yankee fan, but it'll be exciting for baseball, at least for Ohtani to go to a market and a team that has a shot. Because the Angels stink, man. How do they have these guys and they stink every year? It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It really is.
Trout always gets hurt too. Right?
Yeah, and Trout is always dealing with the injuries as well. So they got to get Ohtani out of there. They got to get him to a team that matters. You know, whether it's the Mets or the Dodgers. Again, it's not going to be the Yankees. And it's so amazing to say that because there was a time when Steinbrenner was the owner, and it would be a foregone conclusion that a guy like Ohtani would be a Yankee. But that's just not the world we live in anymore. So that's the World Baseball Classic. We're in agreement. I think it's great for the game of baseball. I can't wait for the next one. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of snuck up on me. It's not like I was watching every game. I had that same kind of opinion where I was like, oh, I don't care about this shit.
I kept falling asleep.
Yeah, I don't care about this. I don't care. But then I think it was the Venezuela USA game.
Yeah.
Where you watched it and you were like, whoa, wait a second. This is pretty exciting. Look at the crowd. Look at and it just pulled me in, man. And I didn't miss a game from there. I watched the Cuba USA game. Of course, you mentioned it. The Japan-Mexico game was phenomenal.
I mean, phenomenal.
What a great ball game that was. And yeah, the final game was pretty good too. So I love it. I thought it was tremendous. It was great theater, and it can only be good for the sport of baseball. Aaron Rodgers is not a Jet yet.
It's unbelievable.
But that's has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. He already said his intention is to play for the Jets. So obviously compensation is at the heart of that. Most likely what's happening is the Packers want a first-round pick, mainly the one that the Jets have this year, the 13th overall pick in the draft, and the Jets don't want to give up that pick. Maybe they're saying a first-round pick next year, or they're trying to offer a third-round pick. If way back when almost carbon copy situation when they got Brett Favre at the end of his career. Favre at that time was 38. Rodgers right now is 39. Favre was a 3-time MVP. Rodgers is a 4-time MVP. Favre won 1 Super Bowl. Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl. So it's pretty safe to say that you can compare these situations. And when the Jets made that move for Favre, only thing they gave up was a 3rd-round pick at that time. So, and if Joe Douglas does turn around and give up a 1st-round pick, it's going to be very disappointing, and I think a bad move because the Packers have nowhere to go here. They're going to have to make a deal. So I think eventually it should, if the compensation is going to be picks from this year's draft, and the Jets just traded Elijah Moore, and they got back a 2nd-round pick. They traded him and a 3rd-round pick for the Browns' 2nd-round pick. So now the Jets, I think, they have the 45th and 46th picks in the draft in the 2nd round. Maybe they made that move because, like a lot of Jet fans hope, they're clearing room for Odell Beckham to come in.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the big rumor right now because Rodgers and Beckham want to play together. So you trade Elijah Moore. Yeah. You get 2 2nd-round picks back. or you get one back, so you have 2 second-round picks, and maybe you offer those to the Packers in this deal, and or one of them. So if that's the case, the deal has to get done before the draft, right? Coming up here real soon. So if that's the case, there should be a deal done here soon. But I just don't think that, and that's the big hold up here. And you got people who disagree on that. The Jets should give up the 13th pick. The Jets shouldn't. I'm on the side of they shouldn't have to do that. They give up a 3rd round pick for Favre. The dude's 39 years old. You don't want to be there. You know, there's a very good chance that this is only a 1-year thing. There's no way you give up the 13th overall pick for that. Not at all. So, but I do. I am super excited that they got Lazard. They picked up the Kansas City receiver. They got, of course, they got Garrett Wilson. So, and then if they bring in Odell Beckham, I mean, this is like an all-star receiving core right now. It's pretty incredible.
Quarterback though.
A lot more. Well, yeah, it's all in preparation with the idea that you're going to have the quarterback, and not only are you going to have the quarterback, but you're going to have the quarterback, right? Other than Tom Brady, he's the guy from the last couple of decades. I guess you throw Peyton Manning in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
But you hope that he still has something left, and obviously disappointing year last year, but the 2 years before that, he was MVP of the league. And he also had the thumb injury last year. Not a lot of weapons. And anyway, but we'll see what happens. But that's all I have on sports. Is there anything else that you want to mention in sports?
No, I'm waiting for baseball season to start.
Oh, man, that's amazing. About a week away, right?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Pumped up. Let's go, Yankees.
It's time to sit down and unwind and listen to the Couch Report.
All right, yeah. Sit down, unwind, Couch Report, the whole thing. What's going on with you, bro?
I don't know. There's no recliner on this couch?
Nah, man.
What's the matter with you?
I apologize. We'll try to hit up IKEA, I guess, see what we can make happen.
Yeah, you got to put shit together, you know?
Yeah, man. So, I put this desk together in the studio.
Oh.
I'm pretty handy, bro. I'm pretty handy. I know I called you over to help with some concrete grilling. Grilling. We're going to grill some.
Yeah, I was grilling the sidewalk.
Grilling the sidewalk.
Okay, yeah.
No, drill it. Yeah, I couldn't drill some screws into the cement, so I asked for your help. All right? I admit it.
Okay.
Maybe I have to turn in my man badge. But you know what? I do drink beer.
Everybody take this date down. You hear what he's saying, right?
I do drink beer and not hard cider. So that's 1 point for me. I'm just going to say.
Hey, I like candy apples.
Yeah. But you're not going to drink hard cider, right?
No, hell
So you're a real man.
You're a real man. Yeah, that's right.
A real man.
That's right. Light beer.
Light beer. A real man. I drink light beer. Watching my calories,
yeah,
bro.
You got to see my shape. Real. Shit. I don't even look in the mirror anymore. You kidding?
I don't care. I'm just letting it all go.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
What's going on your couch, bro?
No, man. We're ready to go. Starting next week.
Where you going, bro?
We're coming to play ball.
Oh.
We're all together now again.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
And, I'm pumped up about seeing John Wick Friday.
All right.
I think that'll pump me up for the softball season.
That'll get you going?
Hell yeah.
My favorite part of
I'll carry my bat with me the first and knock his legs down and shit.
I love in the trailer, he said there's one, they cut to him and he goes, I need a gun. That's his line. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I can't wait for John Wick 2. Man, that turned out to be bigger than I think anybody expected it to be. And watching the movies, they're all pretty good, but the third one just takes the whole thing to another level.
Oh,
like
my God.
they decided they were going to go nuts in the third movie, you know.
Those dogs are awesome,
yeah.
right?
So the third one's my favorite. The other ones are pretty good, but they're not as nuts. The third one was like, we're really, gonna go, and that means the fourth one is gonna be, outrageous.
I don't know. He's riding somewhere in the desert,
Yeah, he's on
shooting
a
at people. Are you kidding? Oh man. Yeah, so everything's cool, man. Me and mommy doing stuff around the house, getting ready for the spring and summer.
Oh, is it really almost spring and summer?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
Yeah, mommy don't want me to do the pool no more, so she hired a company.
Oh, she hired a pool boy?
Yeah.
Shit, you better watch
It
out.
better
bro.
not be a pool boy.
A pool boy.
That's right. I'm not gonna play ball today, man.
For the first time, you don't want to play softball.
I've come to skim your poo. What?
What?
The hell is that?
Oh,
Are those shorts or underwear?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Not sure what the Speedos.
Jesus. Oh, God. A Speedo. Oh, my God. My stomach is turning.
Oh, sorry, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry about that, bro.
How dare you. Yeah, so everything is cool, living the life, man,
Aight.
And that's the way it is. And keeping our minds straight.
Yup.
And basically, people, I ain't watching no news.
No news.
Don't like it, man.
Sometimes no news is good news. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's what I told Bern. Hey, Bern, what's in the mail?
Yeah.
She goes, you want to know? I said, no.
That's all right. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, Lakota got a haircut.
All right. That's cool. Good for her.
But I don't know. There was something wrong with her, man.
What's wrong with her?
She's pooping all over the place, man.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
No, you're telling me.
What, in the house?
We found a little poop this morning.
Oh, she's sick, man.
Yeah, but
she's a good doggy. She wouldn't do that unless she's sick.
She don't do that. And so
Yeah.
We're thinking it's probably what they give her when they're cutting her hair.
Mm.
So.
Speaking of dogs and food and pooping.
Yo, it made me want to shit this morning. I'm telling you. I had to take a bath to have it finished.
I know it would make you want to throw up or something.
I couldn't go to the park. Yo, somebody smells like shit here. What is that?
It's so funny. So a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
You came over and Odin farted.
Oh, my
It's
God.
a horrible, horrible
Yeah,
fart.
then he locks the door. He tells the dog to get out, but he left that cloud in there.
But I mean, it was awful, and it was going on for a couple weeks. I don't know if I should mention the brand of the food. Right?
I don't know. I feel like I got brain damage here.
But it's called IAMS.
IAMS.
Yeah, you probably see it in your supermarket.
I am going to kill you.
So yeah, exactly. So we get, half price. Yeah, let's get that food. Let's get that. I mean, this dog is farting every day. We're sitting there in the living room.
What you paid for, brother?
It is awful, but it's generally usually good food and pretty expensive.
What? Do you eat it?
No. But you go by the price and you're like, oh, it's supposed to be good food. All right, we're getting a break on it. We're getting a deal. Moment we change the food, the farts stop. So it's like it was the food. Wow. So then a week later, my wife tells me the IAMS is on sale again.
Oh,
hell no, not worth it.
Yeah,
not worth it.
Mommy's not giving me beans no more. I don't know
Those
why.
farts were terrible,
Oh,
bro.
my God.
Holy shit.
You're telling me? I'm still mortified.
I mean, I will never get that food again.
I got an eyebrow still up in the air.
Maybe it doesn't do that for every dog, but for Odin, that was and Freya didn't like it. She wouldn't eat it. So
Oh my God. As soon as I walked in this house, like the Banaka blast, bro. I said, what the hell is that?
So that's just I'm allowed to give a review on dog food. For us, I have two big dogs. Odin, terrible farts, and I mean a lot of them. And Freya didn't care for it, wouldn't eat it. So
she said, "Yo, Odin, you stink."
Yeah, she was like, "I know what's going on there. I'm not touching that."
Dogs supposed to smell each other's butt?
Yeah, she's like, no,
I'm not
today.
smelling that butt.
Not today.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, but it pretty interesting since we changed foods. No farts. So unbelievable. Yeah, and food is important, bro. I'm just saying, it's important.
Shit, what am I eating today?
Hopefully, it don't make you fart. What else you got? Anything else on your couch report?
Everything is cool, man.
Cool.
Just waiting for the playoffs now.
Yeah.
The NBA and the hockey playoffs and baseball starting. You got the NFL draft next month.
Yes, good time. Good time to be a sports fan.
And the USFL is going to start next month.
Yeah.
Here we go, baby.
We'll see. I wonder if I'll watch 1 minute of that.
I know they have some other football.
I don't. They've tried so many of them.
But there's one now. I don't know. They're killing somebody, man.
There's murder in it?
I guess so, man. Somebody gets hit.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. So not a lot for me. Last week we did have our first high school baseball streaming broadcast at the radio station. You know, something that me and Sharon and Mike Licio and actually Mike Licio's son, the third, we all got together and we're pumped up to try to make this happen. And Sharon and I have been putting together equipment for months and trial and error and failing to make it work, and a lot of hard work, eventually leading to equipment combination that worked. The only thing left to do was to go out there and test it out. And our first game was a cross-down showdown between the two local high schools here, and it went great, man. Video was good. Audio was good. A lot of views on YouTube. So our first game, and of course with anything that you do for the first time, you see things that you can improve on and work on, but great success for us. So
you're climbing the hill first before the mountain.
Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere,
yeah.
Right? And sometimes you're surprised when you just start and you're already halfway up the mountain. You know, that's how good it was. It felt like, you know, we didn't even start at the base of the mountain. We're already halfway up with how good this went.
I don't need no stinking ropes.
So that was great. And then to my surprise, Flagler College Baseball called me back to call another one of their games.
Oh, my goodness. What have you done?
That was pretty exciting. So I got out there, called another college game, which was fun. And I guess I didn't do a bad job because they contacted me again and said, "Do you know lacrosse?" And I was like, "I do not."
Said, "No, I don't know that."
I just know they throw the ball into they have a stick with a net on it, and when they catch it, they run around like hell.
Thanks, Rich.
That guy's running around like crazy, and they try to smash each other, I guess.
Nah, man. I don't even watch that.
So I know I've seen highlights and stuff like that. When it comes to broadcasting sports, it's important to understand the language of the game. And that's something, obviously, I would have no idea about. So I wish I did, but hopefully I get more baseball opportunities at the college level coming up here. So I thank them for giving me the opportunity again.
Cool, man. Congratulations.
And that's about it for me. Everybody, have a fantastic weekend.
That's right. Everybody be safe out there. Be nice to each other. I'm watching.
Oh, no. That's scary. Or as Trent would say, that's creepy.
Creepy. I like butt slaps.
In the words of Bob Dylan, time is an ocean, but it ends at the shore. The Super Radio Brothers have reached the shore.